Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm on a mission to clean out this sewer tote because it's got a little bit of poop in it still. A little bit, smidge. And, you know, we have this off-grid property down in Florida, and I'm not hooked up to water, so I don't really have a good chance to, like, stick a hose in there and wash it out. So today I'm gonna fill that up and swish it around and really dump it. There's nobody on the other side of us, which is nice. So we're wide open over here. So I'm going to kind of just fill it up, and then we'll dump it right into our, you know, dump station right here that we have. And then I'm trying to organize the inside. We have so much stuff, and a lot of sponsors send us stuff, and some of it is like really big, and it takes up a lot of room inside. So today I'm going to try to organize underneath this bay a little bit and put some stuff under there, and just get some more livable room. It's one of the downfalls living in an RV full time, is just trying to find a place for everything, because it's difficult. It can get out of hand really quick.
Master got me working. Woo!
Master got me working.
All right, our crapper tote. Oh, it's been long overdue. What are you, mad at it? What's the damn problem?
Make sure your hose is empty before you pull it out. That's what she said.
Alright, she's all done. I didn't want to show you guys all the graphic details, but basically on this model you just...
It was mostly clear water.
Yeah, but you just lower it down, you take the cap off, and I put it right in the hole. Everything went right in the hole. And now it's nice and clean and empty and ready to go for whenever we need it.
Obviously it's empty, so it's easy to pull. But when you're looking at ones that are like this, definitely try to get one that has like wheels. We went to Camping World not too long ago, and they had like a heavy duty one with like really nice wheels. Damn, I'm getting attacked out here. But it's really nice when that it comes with wheels. It is hard to push when it's full, but not too bad.
This one we bought used off of somebody. They're pretty expensive. Yes, and haggled. I think we paid like 40 bucks for this one. And it's like $100 and something online, so, you know, if you can save a couple dollars, why not? Anyway, I'm doing I think it's about 3,350 hours on this PowerHorse 4500 inverter generator that we have. We put this thing to work, and I try to keep up on the oil and stuff like that. The older it gets, it is starting to burn a little bit of oil. I'd say about every 24 hours of runtime, it probably goes down about 1/3 of the oil capacity. So I have to keep topping it off. Otherwise, the oil sensor light will kick on over here, and it'll actually shut the generator down to save it. That way we don't throw a rod or damage any, you know, engine internals. So I'm going to do an oil change, try to clean this thing up a little bit, and button her back up, and we'll be good to go for whenever we need it. Samantha just got me this new oil tote. This one holds 16 quarts of oil, which is quite a bit. I could do either 3 oil changes on the truck or 3 oil changes on the RV before this thing gets full. So it's really nice that it holds a lot of oil, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're doing your oil changes. You don't have somewhere to dump it right away. At least you have space. The only thing I don't like about this one is these little drain holes. So it comes with a cap, obviously, to cap it so you don't leak oil. But when you have a ton of oil draining out of a truck, like the Fords, they drain oil probably the fastest I've ever seen in my life. There's no way these little holes are going to keep up. This whole pan is going to get full, and it's going to start overflowing. So I'm going to have to cut this out and let oil just drain in. And it'll be fine because it still has the cap, so we can close it up. But for the generator, it's totally fine because that doesn't, you know, drain nearly as fast. All right, so we just drained all the oil. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. Now it doesn't look like there's too much. I think a lot of the metal drained away. You can see bits, though. It looks like there's a lot of metal in here. I think this piston is just really starting to break down. This, like I said, this generator has almost 3,400 hours on it, which is quite a bit for a generator. So I'm going to run SuperTech. This is the high mileage version, 1030. I'm going to see how that does. I haven't changed the oil like fully on this. I've just been adding oil because it's been burning well. So I'm figuring, well, if I just put new oil in, it's fine, you know. But it really does need a full flush. Usually let me turn this way, every 100 hours is what it calls for. So if it still continues to burn oil, I'm probably going to have to get either Lucas oil stabilizer, try to thicken the oil up just a little bit, or maybe some Marvel Mystery oil and see if that'll, you know, condition the seals a little bit more and see what that does. But I don't know, we'll see. But for right now, I'm gonna fill this back up with some fresh, clean oil, blow this all out, try to wipe it down, and we'll start it and see how it is. But she runs great. She powers everything I need. She just burns oil. We do have the 2300 watt version of this. It's the little brother version, and it's supposed to be able to run my air conditioner. I have a soft start. I have all that stuff. It's all connected right. But when I tried it, it was on the old air conditioner. We have a new air conditioner about 3 or 4 months ago, and it wasn't running it. It would trip every time. And I think it was because my the AC's compressor was going out. So, and it eventually failed while we were on a trip. So we swapped it out. I put a brand new air conditioner in, and I haven't been home yet to try the 2300 again with the new air conditioner. So once we get home, I'll give that a shot and see how that goes. If anything, I might swap it out with this one. Just, you know, and just keep this one on a backup, because like I said, it runs good. It just burns oil. Are you okay over there? You're gonna ruin your slippers. They're not gonna be white anymore. Look at those. Hello Kitty.
Yeah. I just need to throw out a box.
Tap dancing? Oh yeah, tap dancing on a manhole.
So last night I made Sean an apple pie. It's the first time I ever made something like this.
Oh yeah.
That's it right there. I don't know if you guys could really see it with the glare.
That's really good.
Yeah, he loves it. He said that it tastes... Milo, excuse me. As you can see, Milo really likes it too. Yeah. You're gonna hurt your feet.
Excuse the mess.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of cleaning and almost every day I'm organizing this pantry.
Constant battle.
They have stuff on Amazon that you can insert in here and like it'll slide out, but I still have to measure to see if it would even fit in here. So I put all my baking stuff down here, and then I put all the spices up here, and then I have my sauces and cans and stuff like that here, and the pastas here. I like to organize, and that way if I'm looking for something, I know where it's at and I'm not going searching. So I thought I'd film a little bit of me making the pie, because I'm gonna be making my dad one, because he's obsessed with apple pie, and he devoured that pie that I got at that farm in Jersey a couple of weeks ago at that Harvest Toast. So I hope you guys enjoy this little thing. I'm more of a visual learner, so on the bottom of the screen I will I will put like how many cups of whatever it is. All you need is 6 to 8 apples, cinnamon, sugar, and flour. Let me double check that. Yep, 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, and 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. So you're gonna place it in there. You're gonna shave your apples that it comes out looking like that. Then you're gonna slice them, throw them in, coat them, and then you're gonna put it in the thing. You'll see all this, so don't worry. So I used 6 apples for this pie. I'm gonna start peeling them first, and then I'm gonna get to cutting. There's no specific way that you have to cut them. I did them as cubed, and I also sliced them. You could do whichever one you prefer. Now in this part, I'm going to mix the flour, the cinnamon, and the sugar together, and that's going to coat the apples, and then I'm going to place them into the pan. I bought pre-made pie crust from Walmart. It's a 2-pack. You have to slowly roll it open, and then I'm gonna put it over the pan, and you have to be very careful because it's very brittle. It can rip very easily, and just slowly pat it around, fit it into the pan correctly, and then whatever part is leaning over a lot, you want to cut that. In case you're wondering why I'm not dumping the apples right into the pan and putting them in individually, is because the leftover sugar, flour, and cinnamon is actually going to go on top of the pie once I put the other pie crust on. In this part, you want to get unsalted butter, 2 tablespoons, and you're just going to cut them into cubes and put it all over the pie before you put on your top part. Now after putting the butter, I'm going to slowly roll out the pie crust. And then once that's fully on, if whatever is leaning over a lot, I'm going to cut that part. But like I said, make sure you guys are careful when you're applying this, as it is very brittle and can rip very easily. Now I'm going to cut slices into it. That way the heat will go inside. There's no specific way you have to cut the slices, whichever way you prefer. But I go all the way around and I cut it. After I make my slices on the pie, that extra cinnamon flour and sugar is going to go on top of the pie. Before I did this, I put a little sprinkle of milk on it. I'm not sure if you have to do that, but that was in the recipe that I found. So you lightly coat the top with milk, and if by accident you pour a lot of milk on there, you can just dab it with a paper towel and you can spread that around as well. But I'm going to put this on top, spread it around as much as I can before putting it into the oven. Now that the pie is all coated, I'm going to put it into the oven at 400 for 50 minutes. Alright, let's see if it's done. Let's see how it looks. Come on, Sam. Come on. Pick it up. Don't drop it. Oh, look how good that looks. Oh, yeah. And then when it's done, I just put it on the counter for about 20 or so minutes to cool down. And then, nom, 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 nom. And that's it, guys. The toasty deliciousness is for my dad. Sorry you guys can't have any, but I hope you enjoyed baking with me. And on to the next clip.
Alright guys, so I got some good news. A company that reached out to us a while ago who sent us out that Bodega 12-volt cooler, which we actually really enjoy, they saw one of our other videos where we were having issues with our water heater. You know, these control boards, for some reason, they just don't last, or at least the cheaper ones. I've been buying mine from Amazon, and they like to go out now and then. Well, now and then is really like every 2-3 months or sooner. So they were like, hey, why don't you give this one a try? We're going to send you out a brand new hot water heater. Now, they ended up sending us out a 65,000 BTU RV gas water heater from Amzchef. This is a really nice looking water heater. They sent me the links online. I was looking through all the specs and stuff. It comes in white or black. So we took the white because our RV is white. So that just kind of makes sense. So I'm going to open this up. I just cracked the lid. I'd never taken anything out of the box yet. So I'm going to do a full unboxing with you guys. But I looked online, and it looks really nice. So we're going to crack it open, and we'll run through the specs, and we'll see what we got. Because I'm getting sick and tired of swapping out those control boards. Alright guys, and here she is, out of the box. Let me turn some lights on in here. I feel like I'm living in the Stone Age here. Alright, so this is the square version. They have a square version and a rectangle version that will fit your door. So you have to look at your door on your existing water heater before you go ahead and order one of these. Make sure you get the right size door. So out of the box you get the unit. This is the water heater itself. Over here we have the control panel that you're going to wire in. This is where you turn the water heater on and off from. This whole thing is right here. A lot of people will wire it right to where the shower is. Mine is currently over here on the side of the door. So my switch is right here. But you could put it anywhere pretty much. You could even get a little more 12-volt wire if you really had to extend this. But this looks like super long. They give you quite a bit of cable. Next you're going to get your nice owner's manual. So that'll give you all your specs and maybe your install information. Yep, I see it. Okay. And then next you get your door. Now, like I said, you can pick black or white. Make sure you pick the right size that you need, and then you can install the door. There's a door frame behind this. As you guys can see the frame. And then that will mount to over here. And this is where you also install it onto your RV, so it doesn't come falling out when you drive. So, this is pretty much Pretty much the same thing as our other water heater, with the exception that this one does not have a tank. This is an instant hot water heater, so it heats the water as it's flowing through the line. Now, it does have a pressure relief valve just like it has. This has an on-off switch. I'm guessing that's for like to kill the power altogether, you know, if you maybe want to work on it or something like that. And then let me just turn this around. And on the back, you have your cold water inlet. These are your 4 power wires. And then you have your hot water inlet right here and your gas. So this is pretty simple to install. The only difference is some water heaters have all the connections on one side. Some are split like this. It just depends on what you're installing. Now, in our case, if I were to install this one right now, we would have to cut some of the PEX cable underneath and reroute some of the water lines. So if that's not something you're very comfortable doing, you may want to consult a professional, or maybe you have like a handyman friend or something. So you're definitely going to have to do that. Also, make sure your gas line fits up to this, fits on there good, and you don't want any leaks, because you're not trying to kill yourself from, you know, carbon monoxide poisoning. So like I said, these are your cables. There's 4 off the other RV water heater, so you'll have 4 here too. They are wired up slightly different. Now that you have your own control panel, you're going to be wiring it up to this, and then I believe the 2 blue cables are your electric, so it's a little different. You can follow your instructions. There's actually quite a few videos online too that you can look up, the way people install these. What I do notice, even though the company is different, the brand, the wiring is just about the same. So if you get kind of hiccuped on how to install these things, you can jump on YouTube and, you know, they'll run you through it. Mine is still working. I hate to throw stuff away that's not, you know, it's not broken, so why am I going to throw it away? Somebody once commented on one of our videos, oh, it's time for a new water heater. Well, I'm not going to throw a water heater out over, you know, like a $100 board or a $50 board. I just don't want to do that. But this was really nice that they sent this out to us. So that's pretty much it, guys. I can't break these things down and tell you all the technical hoopla, but I know these things are really nice. They heat up water really quickly, and they're supposed to be water saving too. So if you're like water conscious, maybe do a ton of boondocking, from what I hear, these things are supposed to help save you quite a bit of water. One note I've heard is that they push water. You have to have a certain velocity of water coming through these things, or the water gets too hot. So you got to make sure your water pump is up to par as well. So that might be something you want to look into. Anyway, I want to give a huge shout out to Amzchef for sending us out this water heater. I'm going to put a link down below. If you guys are in the market for a instant hot water heater, they are having a really good sale right now. Probably one of the cheapest that I've seen. With our discount code, that Nomadic couple, you can get $140 off this water heater, and it comes to like $350. So any other water heater that I've seen, they're like $500–600. So if you're looking for one, give this one a shot. Like I said, you guys could save a huge, you know, chunk of change. $140 is pretty good off, and let me know what you guys think.